Hey brothers and sisters, Grooms back here again. I'd like to do another video. It's gonna be a little something different today. Let's deal with John 3:16. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Rainbow Man, Roland Stewart. He's the guy that's been seen all over TV behind goalposts. He always has his John 3:16 sign. He got pretty big there. He was on The Simpsons and other cartoons and stuff. Of course, making fun of the guy. But it came out later, they banned him from these sporting events, saying that he was some sort of dangerous religious crusader. And, it gets out of hand. But let's deal with John 3:16 here. And again, Roland Stewart, he would hold up his football signs or his John 3:16 signs at these football games. And, then you got Tim Tebow, who came into the limelight but paint John 3:16 on his face. And if you Google it, it's a big thing. It became a trend. Even evangelicals now call John 3:16 God in a nutshell. But here's what I want to address, though. Would it surprise you that, despite all its popularity in the evangelical world, John 3:16 does not contain the gospel that will save you today? No verse is more loved by the evangelicals than John 3:16. But just like the Laodiceans, the watered down evangelical message of John 3:16 is missing key elements of the gospel for today. And this is going to sound provocative. I'm not trying to do that, but we need truth, people. And if you Google John 3:16 in its context, you will find this true, that it's not considered the gospel. Paul calls the preaching of the cross the power of God unto salvation, 1 Corinthians 18-21. Without the cross, the gospel is vain. But a trained bloodhound could not find the cross in John 3. That's a fact. But Jesus is talking about his origin from heaven in John 3:13. It shows that God sent his Son from heaven to earth in John 3:16. When God gave his only begotten Son in John, he was not speaking of the crucifixion. And remember, the serpent in the wilderness did not die, and he was lifted up on a pole. The parallel between the serpent and Jesus is that the nation needed to look upon them with belief. And now we're going to get into the blood part of why John 3:16 is not the gospel. Speaking of the cross, there is no mention of the blood of Jesus Christ or the forgiveness of sins in John 3 either. John 3 really contains neither of the blood or the forgiveness of sins. If the gospel is to be preached, ought we not at some point speak about forgiveness of sins to the blood of Jesus Christ? All this is for you to consider about John 3:16. That's what this video is about. accompanying the death, blood, burial of Christ that saves, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. John 3:16 is not speaking about the resurrection of Jesus Christ or anyone else for that matter. If John 3:16 can stand alone as the gospel, are we to neglect the important event? Paul said that if Christ did not raise from the dead, then our preaching is in vain. 1 Corinthians 15:4. It is no coincidence that John 3 is only one or two places that speak of being born again, and nowhere in the vicinity is the death, burial, or resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now, it is agreed upon by all Christians that we are saved by the gospel of grace of God. Without God's grace through Jesus Christ's finished work on the cross, we're fending for ourselves with where righteousness is concerned, and there's no winning. Okay, however, John 3:16 does not say anything about what Jesus did for us, but only who he is and being the Son of God. But it don't say anything about his finished work. And also, works were still required within Israel's covenant system at this time. This is why Jesus really, spoke of Israel doing true so that their deeds may be manifest in John 3:21.